Hello and welcome, Rahul. And you're watching me on my Facebook page on my YouTube channel, Rukman Talks. And if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I usually come with new ideas and try to bring those topics which can enlighten you. And I always try to make you abreast of latest development because in this competitive world, if we are not keeping ourselves abreast with the latest development and not honing our skills, not making ourselves better, then we will be far behind because there is a mad scramble in the world and we have conditioned our world in monetary terms. So everybody needs money, and for that money to earn, everybody should have competence, to do certain job, to solve certain problems. For that, we need skills. For that, we need knowledge. And many times I talk about motivation because I strongly feel that if I will become an stimuli to motivate you, it will certainly fulfill my desire because I strongly feel that it is important that we should be motivated. If you are positively motivated, you can do miracles in the world. But strongly it is true. Strongly I should say that if motivation comes from within, it will last longer, it will be perpetual. But outside motivation that comes, if it acts as a stimuli, it is not bad even. Sometimes it activates, enlightens. You know that a lit up candle can lit up thousands of candles. You know, so if I will be that stimuli, it will help me. You know, and I would like to tell you that try to hone your skills each and every time because there is a mad scramble in the world. If you have competence, if you have honed your skill, if you have become someone special, you can make better livelihood. Everybody desire to have better livelihood, but some of you have been bestowed greater responsibility. You have been chosen. This is what the world say, and this is what you have to believe in because every time we cannot talk and see everything rationally. Sometimes we have to think of metaphysical things, you know. So every pillars of life you have to understand. That is why we are living a life here. And if the unfolding of events is connected to metaphysical as well, we should try to know that. I would like to discuss with you a very, very important topic today that you have to understand. The world work as a system. It has a hardware that we perceive as planets, stars, and the universe, the spaces between. And it has animated beings, it has animated force, it has forces working all the time. That is called programs, many times. So these are working as a software instructions. We are working as a software instruction. Our body is hardware, but whatever livelihood consciousness that we hold, it is working as a software. We are giving instruction all the times to our body so that we are doing actions in the world. That is what we have to understand. Why I am telling you, later I will explain each and everything. Some of you are chosen ones. That doesn't mean you have been given certain privileges to live life in a better way. No. You have been bestowed responsibility, but you have to go through a lot of pain and perseverance. This is the reality. You face a lot because somewhere lot of programs and the axis of many lives as well as many forces revolves around you. And that is why I call this responsibility. Many forces are acting against you, and that is why you have to go through perseverance and pain. But don't give up. I know that many times it feels burdening on your shoulder. You are keeping and going through all these processes. Many times you feel, that you have headache, you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulder. Forces are working within you. They are penetrating your body, your mind. They are working through you. Yeah, programs also wants to decode whatever you're thinking, whatever you're doing in the world. But don't take it as a rational reality. Yeah, the deceiver, the programs can deceive everything, but it doesn't mean that it is giving the exact picture of your thought process to other beings. They are resonating. Yeah, the programs could reveal something about you to other persons through different media and communication. That doesn't mean they are looking at you in reality. So think of it, that forces are working, they are permeating all the time. And that is why I talk many times that God is a force that resonates with certain beings. And if you are a child of God, children of God, you have to go through a lot of pain, because different programs acts against you, because you are the fools who they tremble, who binds, who make them understand that truth and honesty and integrity, sympathy, compassion, all have a place in this world, and that is what they have to embrace. If you'll be cunning, and if you'll have a lot of power, if you'll be cunning and if you'll have a lot of power, it makes and gives you a sense of different position or different reality. You hold that in your mind that you are the supreme. It happens. It happens. And you sometimes act as a, in a negative way to take advantage who are below you, beneath you. You take that kind of role. And this is what happens with all these programs and forces. They think that they are sovereign. And somewhere they think, and that is why it is in their hardcore raw memory, or whatever say, it is written in their mind that whatever they do is correct, because they have certain powers they have been given. But they know also that there is a supreme force which is permeating and living in all the beings. But since they have understood that they have the same kind of power, they contradict these forces. And you are the pillar through which godly forces resonate. And that is why all these warfares, spiritual warfares happen. I would say you don't give up. If you live longer, your mere existence is enough for those programs, those demonic entities to tremble. Even the devil trembles your existence. He will all the time conspire against you. He always conspires against you. And that is why sometimes he gets success in duping a lot of people who are the children of God. That is what you have to understand. Live, live, whatever happens. I know that many times you have gone through such a phase of life where you thought that you should give up. Many times you would have practiced to take your life. It may happen. But understand that your mere existence is enough to protect many children. Because if you will go, the next generation, when the children will come, the children of God, they will have to uplift and they will have to counteract these forces which acted against you, and they will be more powerful, and the children of God will have to suffer more and more to counteract these forces. But you have to understand, if you exist here on earth, many changes will happen, because the hardware programs takes time to manifest in physical reality. It takes time. You understand, change in physical reality, in the hardware system, it takes time. And that is why your existence, your longevity is important. You understand, you don't give up. Did you understand? I just want to tell you why the chosen people, more of them are broke. Many of them are broke. Why it happens? Because they have intuitive mindset. They have certain understanding. They decipher everything with their own perspective, and they don't fit in the worldly in the worldly belief system or the protocols that they have devised for monetary value. They don't fit in. They want freedom. They want to do act as their own. Whatever resembles with their list of wishes, they want to confine themselves in that kind of reality. And that is why they leave. They leave all the places, who are doing madly activities to make certain monies, to what they have done. They have conditioned the world, nothing else. They all are suffering. And that is why they want to bring themselves and they want to devote their time, the chosen one, they want to devote their time in something productive. They don't want to waste their life in futile things. And that is why whatever happens to them, they accept the reality. They live in mediocrity, but their purpose of life is very, 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 very special. And that is why they serve. Don't think that you are alone. Many of you who came before you are still surviving and they are making changes in the world. That is what you have to think. Thank you for listening to me.